Welcome to Cinepro, where we bring your favorite movies back to life with quick recaps, hidden details, and everything you missed. Today's story is about Eden movie. Our story today begins with a girl tied up in the trunk of a car, trying to scream and resist, while a man stands in front of the trunk looking at her coldly. We then go back to June 1994, when Hyun Jae is helping her parents in their shop. Her friend gives her a card and tells her she can use it to enter any club in America. Her father leaves the store and asks her to give him a cigarette from the pack she's hiding, telling her not to tell her mother. He gives her a ring, explaining that they wanted to give it to her on her graduation day. He then tells her he has to deliver some goods and leaves, asking her to quit smoking before he goes. When she goes back into the shop, she finds her mother struggling with the new cash register, so she tries to teach her. Her mother gives her some paperwork and tells her to finish it so she can take it to the bank on Monday. When Hyun Jae says she'll be out late, her mother refuses, but Hyun Jae reassures her that her father will pick her up by car, so her mother agrees. She also tells her that at the end of the week, she'll help her clean the whole house, and Hyun Jae agrees. At night, Hyun Jae goes out with her friend to a bar, where a young man in a suit offers them juice and invites them to sit with him. Her friend leaves her alone with the young man, who tells her she's too young to be in this place. He then gets up to make a phone call, leaving her alone. When she tries to leave, she can't find her friend. The young man offers to drive her home, asking if she wants to drive around a bit first, but she refuses. He says he'll just finish his phone call and come back. When he leaves, she notices a man standing behind them with his headlights on. She looks toward him and is surprised to see several uniforms for different jobs in the back seat, which makes her afraid. She tries to run, but someone hits her and she passes out. Meanwhile, in his car, Marshal Bob Jolette is talking on the phone with his son, ending the call before approaching Mr. Olaroa's property. When he gets out, he finds Deputy Elise waiting for him and shows him the body of a girl lying in a ditch on Olaroa's farm, with wounds on her body. When Bob asks the owner if anyone else lives with him, he says no. Bob returns to his car, and when he comes back, he shoots and kills both men. In a locked van, Hyun Jae is with two other crying and frightened girls. A woman dressed as a doctor enters with a syringe. Hyun Jae tries to resist and says she wants to call her parents, but the doctor tells her to stay put. When she doesn't listen, the doctor calls for a man. To make her silent and give her an injection, the doctor checks Hyun Jae's teeth and then bathes her. When she wakes up, she finds herself in a cell with other girls. She hears a man calling the girls from outside, and they all stand up. When they go outside, Marshal Bob brings them a box with kittens and tells each girl to take one. Hyun Jae stays in her place, so Bob approaches her and tells her that her father reported her missing and gives her detailed information about her and her parents, saying they came to America recently. He tells her that the name Hyun Jae doesn't suit an American girl, and that he will call her Eden, which means joy and happiness in Hebrew. He gives her 2 days to recover from the shock, after which she must follow his rules. She must bathe morning and night, and after every encounter the doctor must examine her. He threatens her, saying if she causes any trouble, he will hurt her family because he knows everything about them. After the doctor examines all the girls, they stand in a line. Fujin gives some of them dresses and orders them to wear them and go out with Avni, while the rest must work in the office, collecting death certificates and social security cards for the nurse to pick up. Q and Eden are given dresses and told to put them on because they are coming with him. On the way, Eden asks her friend if she knows where they're going, but Fujin gets angry and says he doesn't want to hear a word. He takes them to a place where they are photographed in handcuffs, and one woman whips them. Eden sits and cries, saying she wants to go home, and her friend tries to comfort her. Fujin then takes Eden to another man, telling her to smile and not act like a robot. He waits in the bathroom, sniffing his drugs. He then hears the man screaming and finds that Eden has stripped and escaped. He chases her down and catches her. When she returns to their headquarters, they handcuff her and pour 2 buckets of ice on her, telling the others to leave her until morning to see if she survives or dies. Later, Bob confronts Fujin, shouting at him for what happened, and threatening to kill him if he hadn't caught her. He orders him not to use drugs while working. Fujin then tells his men to gather the kittens Bob brought and get rid of them. When Eden asks a girl how long she's been there, the girl says a long time. She's been there for 3 years, and that's a long time because they keep moving them to different places. Last year, they sent her to Dubai. Eden asks her age. The girl says 15, and Eden tells her she's 4 years older, surprising Q, who says they know Eden is 19. Eden says she doesn't know. A man comes to take Q and Eden goes to the nightclub with Fujin. On the way back, she breaks the heel of her shoe and hides. When she returns to her cell, she can't find her friend but sees the girl wearing her ring sleeping next to her. She threatens her with the shoe heel to get her ring back. Fujin comes in, takes her out, and takes the ring. When he asks how long she's been hiding the shoe heel, she doesn't answer. so he punishes her by making her swallow the ring. She tells him everyone in the place mocks him and asks him to let her work in management with him or kill her because she's now 19 and too old. He tells her he's the one who decides, not her. Fujin then takes some girls, including Eden, to a party, taking half the money agreed with the young men at the party and his drugs. After a while he asks Eden to come with him, takes the rest of the money, gives her permission and fights with the young men, taking an extra 300. He then teaches Eden to become addicted like him. At night she asks to use the bathroom. After finishing she washes her ring and puts it on again. The next day, the girls stand in front of their cells and Fujin distributes the work shifts to them, but he asks Eden to come with him and takes her to his apartment, asking her to clean it. He explains to her that all the windows have alarm devices, in addition to the alarm around her leg, and that if she tries to escape again, he will shoot her. Eden listens to him and cleans the apartment. While cleaning, she finds some photos of him, including one with the boy who was the reason she ended up with them. Afterwards, he makes her take the place of the girl who answers the phones and explains the rules to her. He tells her not to discuss prices with customers, because they already know them, and anyone who talks about prices will get a slap in the face. Then he starts taking her with him to collect the girl's earnings and distribute the drug injections, having the dealer give her a drug injection. Afterwards, he takes her to teach her how to drive and tells her all the secrets of the business. Then he asks her to park the car because he is tired of her drive. Fujin brings 2 new girls into the institution who pretend to be pregnant, but in reality, they are smuggling passports, fake IDs, and other things for the gang. At the same time, the owner of the institution, the marshal, is giving a lecture in a large hall to a group of officers about illegal trade and its negative effects on their society, showing some photos of the gang that is trafficking and smuggling people into America. After finishing his lecture, the officer Roof calls him and says that he called him many times, and he is here to investigate the crime case that has happened the last year, mentioning that the deputy chief of police and another person died because of it. He tells them that they have evidence proving he was at the crime scene, and that through GPS they discovered he was using his phone at the same place and time as the murder. But of course he denies everything. On the same night, a call comes into the institution. Eden answers and gives the customer all the required specifications. Then he asks about the price, and she tells him $600, but she does not inform Fujin about what happened. The next day, Fujin and Eden go to meet the marshal to get rid of the corpse of a girl who died, throwing her in the lake. The 3 of them get into a small boat, and after throwing the body into the water, Fujin kills the marshal and tells Eden that he received orders from the higher-ups to kill him. Then he takes her to his friends, and she asks the owner if she can use the bathroom. He directs her to it, and she finds a room with childbirth equipment. In another room, she finds her friend, who is pregnant and about to give birth. When she tries to help her escape, her friend refuses. As they are leaving in the car, they have a new girl with. Fujin senses that Eden is acting differently, and asks her what she saw. His friend tells him they are trafficking newborn babies, and he confirms it to Eden, explaining that if she betrays him after all he has done for her, he will not spare her. He asks her to park the car, gets out with the girl, gives Eden a gun, and orders her to kill the girl. When she hesitates, he tells her it's her life or the girl's. Eden cries, puts the gun to the girl's head, but at the last moment, he tells her he was just testing her and was joking. On their way back to headquarters, they kill the man who betrayed them, and Eden helps them burn the boxes containing even the girls. Afterwards, they take them in the car and leave. Eden goes home with Fujin, who gives her the fake passports, telling her to choose one with a photo that looks like her. When he leaves, she puts poison from the cleaning supplies into the bottle he uses to sniff drugs. He inhales it and dies. She then cuts off the anklet with the tracking and alarm device, takes a drug injection with her, and goes to the house where her friend is. She gives an envelope with money to the man working there, and asks to buy her friend, but he says the amount is too little and refuses, allowing her to see her for only 5 minutes. As he leads her to her friend, she stabs him in the neck with the syringe, and he falls. She goes to her friend and tells her she's going to help her escape. Her friend says, "Wait, let's take my daughter with us," but Eden tells her they sold her daughter. Her friend cries and falls into her arms. Then they both escape by car. Eden calls her mother, and as soon as her mother hears her voice, she starts crying on the phone, and that's how the story ends. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video.